Hey fellas, it's Saturday again, which means we're having another playing session on DST SMP with the boys from our Discord. The last time we ended right before the Celestial Champion fight, meaning today we're starting by frying this moon boulder up. My name is Black Savant, but you can call me Blacks for short. Let's dive right in. Before we jump into an epic boss fight montage, wow, it's been a while since I made one of those. I must mention that the only new player we're having so far is ZR Microwave as WX78. Now watch the lunar boy melt. The second phase of CC is the most dangerous one, because not everyone can outrun his blender attack, and if they get into it, they are very unlikely to survive. And just like that, the first one is down. Wait, what do you mean the first one? Well, you see, I'm Winona, and I love shots. So we're killing 2 in a row. One crown gets deconstructed for said shots, and the other will go to Infer, since he is a skilled recruit player and will benefit from it the most, with his battle songs for sanity. Besides, I don't need that many shots just yet. To teleport back home, we had none of the look so hope to the base and touch the lazy deserter for the rest of us to skedaddle. After we got back to the base, my old mate Volume Trick showed up as Maxwell. Good to have him. I had some extra moon gleams from the storms, and I made a mistake of throwing them away on the base, and everyone got zapped. I cut them back and put in the scaled furnace this time. Now that we have access to enlightened shards, and soon we'll obtain our first few pure brilliances, it's about time for a skill tree switch. So I upgraded the portal and did exactly so. The only difference from my Winona OP late game skill tree is that I picked a nightmare generator skill instead of the precise targeting. Because I'm not planning on using anything but the planet strike, and I could really use a cheaper source of fuel before we mass produce the shards. And I'm back to using the Among Us helmet, let's go. We don't have a lot of materials for my catapults just yet, but I made what I had enough for. So I mined a few rocks to craft the remaining ones. The lunar rift is about to open and we still don't have enough shadow gear. That won't do. I demolished the Inkblight trio to fix that. And when I got back to the base, a disaster struck. Nonaduluk didn't take good care of his spiders and all 6 dens turned into queens. You can only imagine how this goes now. This is how the Great Spider War of 2025 started. There was a lot of pain, deaths, and silk. For 2 whole days it had lasted, but in the end, we proved victorious. I ain't allowing so many spiders no more, that's for sure. Tragedy aside, the rifts are rolling at this point, so it's time to beat the pure brilliance out of the possessed warg. And why shall we rest when the Berger has showed up already? Spider War Part 2 it is. And to the fun part. Just after the battle, I got my first advanced cash box. I need a second one to teleport, however, so it's not that big. But what is big is that I filled my generators with shards and pure brilliance. Now we have access to Planar freaking Strike, boys. And oh man, is it good. But we only have a single piece of brilliance left, so the Shadow Gear story repeats. We need more green gems to duplicate enough materials for everyone, so we've decided to take on D-Fly again. Infer and Walter started the fight without us, but even with that, it hadn't lasted for long. Well, to the ruins we go. Me, Infer, Volume, Walter and Nonadiluk decided to take on that. We smacked the whole branch and got, well, I don't really know the exact number of green gems, but I know that was enough. And also, Yuki is back, good to have him here. Ruins is not enough fun, however, so we're battling the Nightmare Werepig as well. With a lot of people, it's really hard to keep control of everything, so we skipped a phase. I cheated a little bit so we wouldn't spend forever trying to break those pillars, but I don't really think that's too bad. It's not a speedrun or anything, we're just having fun with the boys, so I see no problem with little cheats like that. By the time we were back from the ruins, bright shades had already appeared, so it's time to get the first few pieces of equipment. Well, it would have been if we had the brilliance. So me and Infer traveled to the rift to get some more. You know what else drops pure brilliance? That's right, Crystal Deerclops. That means we're fighting her right now, right here. Well, that was a lot faster than I imagined it. Anyway, now it's time to place a bright smithy and duplicate as much loot as we can. Oh look, the Lord of the Fruit Flies is here! The final boss has been defeated, run is done, boys. Since it's winter again, we really should give Claus another shot. This time he's gonna melt even faster. Unfortunately, no Krampus sack, but we did get the Malba bill, so I guess that's good. Alright, it's about time we put my catapults to use. The best target to get down will be Toadstool, so we'll keep the prep for him in mind. But for now, Infer has some big plans for our base, for which he needs a lot of scales for chests, so we do a D-fly again. Remember those telepath thingies of Winona's? I finally got myself a Telebrella blueprint, meaning I can start a teletransport system along the world, also making good use of lazy deserters to drag others along with me. This is a hell underrated structure, to be honest. For that I need much more rocks, however, so I took my time to get a bunch in the mosaic. It'd also be a great idea to set one up in the caves. And I also killed the Inkblight trio once more while I'm at it. And while I'm still at it, I found a toadstool. Just the prep left. As soon as I got back, people summoned another Duclops for another Spark Arc, so I joined the fight just for the heck of it. After that I paid a quick trip to the archives to chart them and made myself a polar badger bin. Alright boys, it's toadstool time. And not just any toadstool, but misery, because of course. 5 people versus 1 big frog. Let's see how that goes. And here my remote died. Well, it's still all good, right? Right, boys? We lost 2 catapults, but it's no big deal. Let's also fight the Inkblight, shall we? Alright, this world is a big boy now, we're gonna play on it pretty much forever. So it'd be great to establish Enlightened Crowns production. Me and Yuki decided to rush the Moonquay for the docks. But first I gotta, get some rocks, yeah. And I had another destruction to form a possessed Varg, but it's for the Spark Arcs, it's for the better, just wait, Yuki. Alright, finally, after the ocean we go. We'll just steal everything we can get our hands on and leave. Though unfortunately we will have to pay another visit to it when we have the bananas to trade with the queen. While they grow, we might as well get some materials for the docks. The main thing we're missing is surprisingly the boards, so I plan to stroke the trees that Infer planted. And I got some stingers from Steph. Remember the Great Spider War 2025? Well, none of them look left and there was no one to take good care of them again. This time it was only 3 that fell really quickly, but curse those spiders. While I was busy making some more telepaths, Infer asked me to go to the ruins and make some more green staves, so that's exactly what I did. And here I found Rastarox, who died and didn't have any means of reviving. So I resurrected him and made sure that he got to the surface safely. People been killing every single Brightshade wave, so we have a lot of husks, unlike Brilliance. So I went to the rift to plan to strike some rift stalls. And we finally have some bananas, so it's time to get the docks. On my way to the quay, I made a quick stop at the Lunar to place a telepad. A frog rain got me in little trouble, but I still managed to get the blueprint. I'm too lazy to craft 100 logs into boards, but I'm not too lazy to go to the Lunar, cash him off, and make an upgraded sawhorse to cut them a bit faster. And it's buildy time at long last. The farm is set, and so are the moonstorms. While we have the full moon every night, I made another moon collar, so it'd be easier to survive the summer. And Brilliance, yes, the Brilliance. Look mommy, Blux has skill issue with bright shades. At first, I wanted to do just 2 Celestial Champions, but Walter made a little funny joke.
Let's do 4. Let's do 4.
So I just have to do 4 for the memes now. Luckily, the very same Walter decided to help me with the storms, so it wasn't that bad. Just kidding, it's the moonstorms. I had negative 69 sanity IRL by the time we were done. Each like on this video will give me plus 5 sanity, and a sub will do 20, so make your Uncle Blacks happy, pretty please. Insane base aside, I moved my banana thingies to the new base center that Infer has been working on, and it's finally time to farm the rogue. I had a few people watch the show, but there wasn't anything unusual, just your typical CC farm. Just like that, we have 4 crowns and 4 shards. One of the crowns I'll take for myself, and the rest I'll give to others, for as long as I don't need any more shards. While there were some short in between CC new moons, Infer managed to summon and kill shadow pieces, so we'll be doing another field weaver pretty soon, cause we still need the gems. Speaking of gems, it's D-Fly time again. Well, we still really should go and kill that second field weaver so the ruins regenerate and we can get more greenies. Me and Infer are gonna do that just like always. I brought the telestations and a few lazy deserters with me so it'd be easier to navigate the caves in the future. And I killed the Inkblights on my way, of course. By the way, I love how we didn't get a single Rictus today. What a lucky day indeed. And just like that, we start the last fight of this session. And that's about it for today. We've been playing for 8 hours straight, so everybody is heckin' tired. In those 60 something days, we have managed to kill Celestial Champions 6 whole times, set up the teletransport system as well as the new base, get the equipment from both rifts, beat legendary Misery Toadstool and second Field Weaver. In the next session we're gonna continue building, rush the ruins and much more. But not today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, link to our Discord server is in the description as usual, as well as a link to my donation alerts if you feel rich today. Thank you all so much for watching, really hope to see you in the next one. This was Black Savant, have a good one.